Hello everyone! Today I wanted to walk through a mini album that I made for one of my colleagues who had a little baby boy. Now, unfortunately, as is the trend on my channel, this mini album is coming a little late, considering that boy is over 8-year-old now. But I still wanted to make the mini album and give it to his mom, and I thought I would record so that number one, you guys could all see the album, but also number two, so that the mom could see all of the different pieces of the album to make sure she's not missing anything. So without further ado, I will go ahead and get into talking about the album. So I made this album with the Hello Baby, It's a Boy collection kit from Echo Park. And to make it, I used 2 of the 12x12 collection kits and 1 of the 6x6 collection kits. So I did have a little bit of paper left over, but really not that much. And most of what I have left over are the tags / cut aparts of the album and some of the stickers. And so I'm just gonna give those to the mom because I'm not really a huge fan of doing the sticker and decorating part. I'd say more so in this album than I normally do, but it does give me a little bit of anxiety to do the decorating part, so I kind of left that out. So she can decorate as she puts pictures in, and then that way I'm not limiting how or where she puts pictures. But I will say the one thing that I've noticed is that the more mini albums that I make, the more I learn from the process. And so you'll see there's a lot of things in this album that I do way better than I did in previous albums, and there are some things that I'm still working on. So one of the things that I'm still working on is this closure piece, right? So you can tell this is how it's supposed to look, and it does have magnets, but the weight of the album is just bringing this cover down. And my hope is that as the family fills it with pictures, this will kind of stand up, and then once it does stand up, the magnets do kind of take hold and hold its own. So that's my hope, but if not, they can just cut off the closure piece on the side here and use it like a regular book. But so sorry to the person who's receiving this, but I did just want to let you know that I'm aware sometimes it closes and it sticks with its closure, and sometimes it really doesn't, but it is something that I'm working on. But anyway, so this is the cover. I left it pretty plain because, like I said, I'm going to be giving her the leftover stickers, and so while I added 2 here, she can add more stickers, or she could put a picture. She could do whatever she wants, but this is what I've done. And so then you can see the side here, and then the back are just covered in this plain white polka dot paper, and she can decorate this as she sees fit or leave it plain for her kid. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the album itself, and I'll walk you through kind of what I did. So you can see the back of this one just says, just when you think you understand what love is, something little comes along to remind you just how big it really is. And obviously this paper pack was designed for a little baby. So okay, so on this page, I just left this page blank so that she can put pictures, maybe a big picture if she wanted. And you can tell that this plaid paper was my favorite of the collection, so I've used it as accents in a lot of places, and I also obviously used it on the cover. And before I get too far, I will say that a lot of these pages were adapted and inspired by tutorials from Lunar Sun Creations on YouTube, and I'll link her down in the description below. But I used tutorials from a lot of her different albums, so there's not like one that I would recommend, but I would definitely check her out because she has amazing tutorials. You can purchase them on her Etsy shop and everything. So if you are looking for ways to make albums like this yourself, you can check her out because I'm definitely not the best person to teach somebody how to do it. But anyway, moving on to the album, the first page is secured with this little baby paper clip, And then there's a bunch of boxes here, and that'll make sense because as I open this, you'll see that I have a waterfall. Now, I don't know if this particular family did the thing where every month you take a picture of your baby and it shows your progress, but the numbers that were on the sticker packs were designed for that sort of thing. So at 1 month old, 2 month old, 3 month old, all the way up to a year. So I used them in that way, but I didn't make it in a way that it had to be used that way. So for instance, if they did that, they could take a picture of when the baby came home from the hospital here, and then on the 1 month page, or on the number 1, it could be the 1 month old. Here could be 2 months old, 3 months old, 4 months old, 5 months old, 6 months old, 7 months old, 8 months old, 9 months old, 10 months old, 11 months, and 12 months. And then you can see that each one, I told you that I've accented with this a lot. And so then she can do this for the months. Or if she doesn't want to do that, she can, and then if she wants to do that for the 1 through 12 months, she can write, you know, the size, the weight, things the baby's interested in at each of those months here. But if she doesn't want to do that, she can just pick 12 of her favorite pictures from the baby and put them in here, and then caption, number 1, this is what was going on at that time. Number 2, this what was going on at that time. It's really just up to what she wants. And then on the bottom here, I just have a blank large place for a photo. But then this goes ahead and folds back up, and then this folds up and it clips back together like this. Now, I'm a huge fan of what I call secret pages. They're obviously not very secret, but it's just what I've always called them. And I've been making them for a while, so my sister and I have just always called them secret pages, even though they're not very secret. But I do like to make little inside pages for more places for pictures or stickers or whatever they want to do. They can put pictures on these pages. And I'm a huge fan of offering a ton of real estate for mini albums to have a lot of pictures. So each of my pages are actually a pocket page design. So they all have a little insert in so that the family can add even more pictures to the mini album. And then they just slide back in the inside of the pocket, and they'll know because, you know, you can't see any design paper there. So that's where it goes. And then we can flip it around to the next page. And you can see that I've used the expandable binding system, and that's just to help the album lay flat so that as the family chooses to put more pictures in and it kind of bulks up the album some, the pages should still lay flat because of the system. So onto this page. This page opens out, so you have room for pictures on both sides here, and then these two pages open up and down. So I'll show you, and we've kind of mirrored the different designs here. So there's like a strip, bigger piece of paper, strip, bigger piece of paper, strip, bigger, you know, and then some inside piece here. So there's plenty of room for pictures throughout this album. And then this secret page opens up. You can see there's a big blank space here for pictures, and then some space down here for pictures as well. So moving to the next page, we have a flip out system. So the pages flip open and down, and you can see that these are similar, but then when we flip each of them down, they mirror the opposite side. So you can see this is a big open space for more pictures. We've got the strip with 2 separate places for images, and then that's mirrored on this side of strip, 2 separate places for images, and then places here and here for images as well. And then something that I really like about this particular page is that this up here is a pocket. So let me stand the album up so you can see a little bit better. But inside the pocket here are a bunch of photo tags. And I obviously, like I said, I have more that I'm just gonna give her and she can put wherever she wants in the album. But this one says booties and bottles, bibs and more, new little someone to love and adore. This one has our new arrival so that the family can fill out information. You've already seen this one before. It's the back side of the closure, more picture space, and then another cute little saying that is the front side of the closure. And then on the back, there's plenty of space for the family to add their own pictures of the baby. So let's go ahead and flip that the right side again. And then this secret page opens up and there's room for photos here. And then the bottom of the secret page opens out to each side and then opens the opposite direction as well. So there's plenty of room for photos in this secret page. And then of course, again, I have the pocket insert on both sides. More room for pictures for the family to put the little baby. And then we're at the last page, which is my favorite page. And you can see that I've used a little flip tab here of the little baby booties. And I just thought that this was adorable. But once you open that up, I'm gonna go ahead, this part comes up, but let me go ahead and stand it up so you can see it's another pocket. And there are a few more tags from the collection in here. There's actually another one. But again, family can add pictures on the back of it or some writing or something like that. And then these fold open so that you have room for pictures here and here, as well as on the front sides. And then this folds down and there's more pictures on the bottom of this pocket. And then these flip open so you can put more pictures here. And then this one says sweet little moments, and this one says tiny little precious boy. And so these all close back up. And then the secret page opens to the left, and there is one last space for additional pictures inside the album before we get to the back cover, which is also blank for pictures to be placed. And that's it. That is the album that I made, and I hope the family enjoys it, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you come back next time. Bye.